Good morning, students. Welcome back to your geography class. In the last lecture, we started with the second lesson, the interior of the earth. We'll be continuing with the same. So let's have a short recap of what we learned in the last lecture. Hope you all went through the textbook once. So in the last lecture, children, we discussed about the interior of the earth. We also discussed how earth was formed. Yes, first it was in the gaseous state and later on slowly after cooling down it solidified. And we also saw about the various layers of the earth. The layers of the interior of the earth are the crust, the mantle and the core. We saw that crust is further divided into two parts, continental crust and oceanic crust. Now children, we also discussed that the continental crust consists of silica and aluminium and the oceanic crust consists of silica and magnesium, so they are also named as Sial and Sima. Now after the crust, let's learn something more about the mantle. Below the crust, the next layer is the mantle. And mantle also can be divided into two layers, the upper layer and the lower layer, which is known as the upper mantle and the lower mantle. The upper layer is in more of liquid state. Here one finds magma chambers. It is through these chambers that magma comes out on the earth's surface during volcanic eruption. Yes, now look at your screens, children. See, you can find an orangish part on your screen which is named as asthenosphere. Yes, and this asthenosphere is nothing but it has the magma chambers within, from where the magma is erupted out during the volcanic eruption. Now that is why it is said that it is mostly in the liquid state. Then you can see this layer is known as asthenosphere. So children, asthenosphere is nothing but the layer which consists of magma in it, which comes out during the volcanic eruptions on the earth's surface. Now look at the next picture which you can see on your screen. Observe the diagram properly, children. You can see the oceanic crust, the continental crust, then the asthenosphere. All the three you can see in this particular image. Now this gives you a clear idea what actually oceanic crust is, what continental crust is, and what is asthenosphere. Moving ahead, let's learn more about mantle. Epicenter of deep-seated earthquakes are usually found here. Now children, epicenter means the center or the focus of the earthquake, from where the waves are moving towards the earth's surface. Mantle begins at a depth of around 42 kilometers from the earth's surface. The internal energy released due to endogenetic movements. Now children, endogenetic movements means the movements which take place inside the earth's surface. Now when this internal energy is released due to endogenetic movements occurring in the layers, is responsible for mountain building, rifts, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, etc. Now children, when these type of movements take place within the earth's interior, mountain buildings, or we can say mountains, are formed. Rifts, can you see the gap on the surface of the earth that is formed, which are known as rifts. Then the volcanic eruptions and the earthquakes. These are the movements which takes place because of the endogenetic movements. Next, In this layer, it is inferred that the temperature at a depth of 2400 to 2900 kilometer depth would be around 2200 degrees Celsius to 2500 degrees Celsius. Here there is a sudden change in the structure and density of material. It is estimated that this layer extends up to a depth of 2870 kilometer. Average density of this layer is 4.5 gram per cubic centimeter and it increases with depth. So children, we come to know that in this layer the temperature is about 2200 degrees Celsius to 2500 degrees Celsius, and as you go deep inside or as you move towards the depth, again it goes on increasing. The increasing pressure is the reason behind this. So children, this is all about the mantle. Now we'll stop here for today, and I'll be giving you all two activities to do. That is on page number 10. That is the diagram which you can see, figure 2.1, diagram showing the structure of the Earth's interior. So the chart as well as the diagram, you have to draw it in your notebook. Then come to page number 12. Again here you can see figure 2.2, image showing Earth's interior. So you all will be drawing this diagram as well in your notebook. Then same page, see, there's always, remember, elements found in the various layer of the Earth's interior. That blue box you all are going to draw in your notebook. Now this is all 1, 2, 3 together. The layer of the interior of the Earth, that is the chart, then the diagram, that is 2.1 and 2.2, and the table or the box, the blue box, which is just below the oceanic crust paragraph. Now we'll end here. Go through the video very well, and then if you have any doubt, children, today we will not have the doubt clearing session. It will be held next week. So I'll be clearing your doubts next week. By then you can complete your notebook. Thank you. Have a nice day.